Morning,
County, and welcome
County,
to the
and
show.
welcome
We
to
are
the
live
show.
here on DCXM.
You are listening to the morning show
radio,
right
live
here
from
on
downtown Dixon, and
DCXM
the Reagan's
radio.
Arcade building.
Appreciate everybody getting up and tuning in
Appreciate
with us
each
this
and every
morning.
one
I'm
of you
live
waking
from
up and
the
listening
this morning
studio here
Wanna
in
get you
downtown
some,
Dixon.
weather
coming to you live from the
updates,
Reagan's
some
Arcade
local news
this morning.
updates, and some sports.
it is a wet one outside.
I guess
It
the
is
craziest
raining
thing,
going on right now. As far
it
as
will
the
continue
news
to rain
was Mike
throughout
Vrabel,
the morning.
the
Looks
coach
like
of the Tennessee
we
Titans,
might get
was
some
fired
relief from the
yesterday.
rain at
We're gonna
around
talk about
11
that today in
a.m.
sports.
Also,
But the temperature right now in downtown Dixon is 50 degrees.
We'll take a look
and
at that. We'll
is
get to
going
local news. But
continue
first,
to drop
the weather
throughout the day.
We've got some
At this time
possible
tomorrow,
bad
it's
weather
gonna be
coming up.
32
But today looks
degrees
pretty
outside.
good. Today,
So we've got a cold front
currently
coming
in
in.
downtown
It's
Dixon. The
going to
temperature
stay
is
cold for a
31
while.
degrees.
It
It is
this
mostly
week,
cloudy.
there
We've
will be
got
a high
temperatures
today
of
in the low
43
50s,
and a low of 31.
upper 40s.
It does look like
with
it'll be
lows
partly
in the
cloudy
around 30
throughout the morning, and then
Next week
this afternoon
is a completely
it will
different
turn
story.
to mostly sunny.
Next Monday,
at around 3
the high is
p.m.
24 degrees.
Now, as
and
far
the low
as
is
the
6. And it
bad
does
weather
look
that's
like
coming
there could
up.
be a possibility
Let's
for
take a look at the forecast.
There's a 55%
Friday, there's
chance
some
of
rain in the
precipitation
forecast.
as of
But
right
it doesn't
now.
look like it'll turn into snow.
So Monday
Basically
could be
looks
the
like
day
it'll
that we
be
see our
too
first
warm
snow of the season.
to turn into snow. So we
and
do
if
have
it
some
does
rain
snow,
coming on
expect it to
Friday.
stay around for
And
a
then
while.
Monday,
On Tuesday,
there's
the
a
high is only
possibility of
14
snow.
degrees. The low is 2.
However,
Wednesday, the high is
percentage
33
chance
and
that
the
it's
low
going to
is 6.
snow on Monday keeps changing.
So it's not going to warm
Yesterday,
up
there was
until
a
it looks
very
like
high
Thursday.
percentage.
It's going to get
And it looked
above
like we could get
freezing.
inches of snow.
But it's going to be a very
Well,
cold today.
next
They're
week,
sort of
we've got a
backing
very
down off
cold
of that,
front
coming
the
through.
percentage
So
chance has gone
probably
down.
need to make
It could very
for
well
that
still
if you're out
snow
there
on
listening.
Monday, but
Probably
we're just
need to
not sure
do
at this point.
what you got to do to
And
make
as
sure
I've
that you and
read
your
all
family stay
morning,
safe
it
during
looks
these
like
extreme cold
we need to just kind of
temperatures
wait and see
in January.
They're saying that the models are very unpredictable. They can't really tell exactly what's going to happen. So just be prepared for anything. We do know that it's going to be very cold next week, though. There's a cold front coming in.
And we're back
the lows
here
next
on the
week
morning
will be in
show
single
here on
digits,
Dixon County XM
especially
Radio.
on
I
Tuesday and
appreciate
Wednesday.
each one of you
So,
tuning in and
I would
listening
advise
today.
you just
Today
to
is
make
just the first
plans,
day
have
of
a
me.
backup plan.
I'm going to try to do this show every
threats
morning.
electricity
Just
goes
to
out
give
and
you
it's
the
really
local
cold.
news,
It's just
local
something to
sports
think about
update,
during this time
the
of
weather,
year.
all those things
All
that
right,
you
you're up to
need
date on weather.
to get your
Let's
day
take a
going.
short
So you can
break.
stay
When we come
informed
back, we're
about
going to talk about local
things,
news.
not just
We're
the
right in
things
the
that are
middle of
happening
looking
at the
for a
state
director of
national level,
schools
but
here in
I know a
Dixon
lot of you want to
County.
keep
We
up
had
with
our
what's going
first
on in
interview
Dixon
Monday
County.
night
And
with
last
Christy
night
Sutherland.
began the
There was
process
no interview last night.
of
We've got 3 more coming
finding
up.
a new director
We
of
will talk about that
schools
in the next
for the
segment.
Dixon
Keep it
County Board
tuned
of
right
Education.
here. You're listening
As
to
many
the
of you
morning
know,
show
Dr.
on
Danny Weeks, who has
DCXM
served
Radio.
in that role for about 10 years, decided a few months ago,
And we're back here on the
go
morning
back
show
home
to
on
Robertson County
DCXM
and
Radio.
take on
It's
a
time for
similar
some
local
local
news. As I mentioned
there
right
in
before the
his,
break, we are right in the
hometown.
middle of trying to find a new
And,
director of schools.
That left the position
a few months
open
ago.
here in
Dr.
Dixon
Danny
County.
Weeks, who had been the
Dr. Vivian
superintendent
McCord stepped
or
in
the
and
director
became
of
the
schools, as
interim
we call it
director
now,
to keep
he'd been in that
everything
position
going.
for about 10 years.
She's done a fine
and
job.
I guess it was time
I
for a
should say,
change.
in that
and
role
so he
over the
began
past
looking
few
for a
weeks.
new job. He was
And
able to
it hasn't
find
been an easy job, as many
a
of you
similar
know.
position in his
But
hometown.
we're in the process of finding
over in
a
Robertson
permanent
County,
director,
and we wish him
the
the
process
best. But
began
that
last
left us
night with the first
with
of
no
4
director of schools.
interviews.
Dr. Vivian
Christy
McCord was
Sutherland
chosen to
was
bridge the gap
on
and be the
the spot
interim
last night,
director
I
of
guess,
schools.
to say the least.
She's done a
So,
fine job in that role so far.
Dr. Christy Sutherland
but
was
we are
interviewed
looking for
last
someone
night.
permanent to put in
Tomorrow
that spot.
night, Wednesday, January
And
the
there have
10th,
been,
Dr. Corey Duke will be interviewed.
A lot of meetings about this.
On January the
School
11th,
board
which
has
is
determined
Thursday,
that
Joey Holly
they have chosen 4
will sit
candidates.
in the interview
These 4 candidates are the
seat, and then
finalists for the
on
director
Friday,
of schools
January
position.
the
It's
12th,
Dr. Christy
Dr.
Sutherland,
Miles Hebard will
Dr. Corey Duke,
travel to
Mr.
Dixon
Joey
County,
Holly, and Dr. Miles
and
Hebard.
he will interview
Now,
at the Board
Monday
of
night,
Education.
Dr.
So
Christy
we've got
Sutherland was
4
interviewed
interviews
in
this
what
week. The first
appeared
one
to be
took place
a
last
marathon
night.
of
I
an
did promise
interview.
you that I would give
Several
you my
hours
thoughts.
long. Lots of questions were asked.
I will say this: the interview
she
went
did a
on
great
little
job.
bit longer
The board,
than I
I
would
think,
have
did a great
expected.
job.
It's quite a long.
Now we're moving
interview.
on to another interview
Dr.
this evening.
Sutherland
There was no interview last
did
night.
show up. People
have been a little bit confused about
Dixon
that. There was
County
no interview
Board of
scheduled for
Education
Tuesday
Central
night. There
Office
are
last
interviews
night
scheduled for
and was
Wednesday,
ready to
Thursday,
answer
and
all of the
Friday.
questions that were
Corey
asked
Duke week will
to
go
her.
tonight. Joey Holly on
She-
Thursday. Started off by
Miles
giving
Hedberg,
a little bit of her background
candidate for
and
outside the
her
county, will
resume
go on
which she has
Friday
served
night.
in a lot of
So
different
we'll be
roles.
watching tonight.
I do have my notes here.
Dr.
We'll
Corey
take a look,
Duke,
who is currently
and
serving
see
as the
exactly
principal
what
at
she
Dixie County
said.
High
But she had
School.
been in
He will
education
be interviewed for the director of schools
I believe she
position
said
tonight.
29
So
plus years.
I would
close
advise
to
you
30
to
years
watch that if you're
in
interested. They
education.
do run
Most
those
of that
interviews
work
on
has,
YouTube.
been
You can
done
check
here
them
in
out
Dixon
there.
County.
And of
her
course,
and her husband
we'll be back
moved
tomorrow
here
to give you
to Dixon
an
County
update
about 30
on what
years
happened.
ago. They're
So
both
make sure that
from
you tune
the
in with us
area,
tomorrow.
Middle Tennessee. but
Other big news
neither
going
one
on
grew up
today.
in
I know it's
Dixon,
not
but
local,
did decide to make this
but it
their home.
affects a lot of local
And this is
people
where
in
they
some ways.
had their kids
Gatlinburg, Tennessee,
and have raised
it's a famous
their kids.
destination out in the
And,
mountains, Smoky
Dr.
Mountains of
Sutherland
East
has
Tennessee, and a
spent
lot of
time at
folks around
Sullivan
here in Dixon
Elementary,
County love to
Dixon
travel to
Middle School.
Gatlinburg.
She
I'm one
worked
of
over
them.
at the
I
Board of
love
Education
Gatlinburg.
for a
Been there
while before
twice this
taking a
year.
job
We
at
went
the
up
State
there
Department
on
and then
fall
returned
break
back
to look
here
at the
to work for
leaves.
Dixon
I actually
County Schools
proposed to
recently.
Nikki. We're getting married in
And,
June, so it's a special
there were a
place
lot
to
of
us.
questions
We
asked.
really
I
love
started to write
Gatlinburg.
down
I know a
every
lot of you do
question.
too. I
And
don't
then
know if you heard
realized
the
that
news,
this
but
was going to be a
Gatlinburg
marathon of an
is
interview.
flooding right now,
And
they've had an excess
it was
of
going to be
rain.
tough if I had to keep
And
pausing
if
it
you've ever been to downtown
to
Gatlinburg,
write down
everybody
the
knows
questions.
about
It probably
the
would have taken
Little Pigeon River.
twice
There's
as
a fork
long
of the
to
Little
get
Pigeon
through,
River that runs right
with notes
along the strip there.
So
Most
I just
of the
decided to
hotels
sit back and listen.
even give you a
And
balcony
like
view where
many
you
of
can
you,
check
I
out.
know because
the
I was
little creek,
watching on YouTube, and I know
little
many
river,
of you
whatever
were
we wanna
watching
call
as
it.
well because
but
I
it
could see in the
is
corner
flooding.
of the
It is flooding
screen that there
bad.
were
The whole
at
town is
several times
experiencing some
anywhere
issues,
from 150 to 200
yesterday,
people watching,
and probably also this
and
morning. I've heard that
including
school
folks
in
who are there in
Gatlinburg
person
is running 2
so I know that
hours
there's
late
a lot of interest
just
in
because
this.
they're just a little
And I
unsure
will
of
say
all the
Dr.
flooding
Sutherland,
and
I
the
thought, did a
conditions.
really
We just
good
wanna send
job
our
answering
prayers
the
out to everybody
questions.
in
It's not
Gatlinburg.
easy
We hope everybody
to be
remains safe.
interviewed.
We hope nothing
I know
is damaged
many of you,
because
probably
folks here in
everybody that's
Dixon County,
listening
we
has
love
been
our
interviewed
Gatlinburg
for
trips.
some job in
And it's
some
like a
capacity
second home to a lot of us.
in their
so we are
lifetime.
praying
And we all
that
know
everything
that
goes
that's a
fine
very
in
hectic
Gatlinburg.
situation, very
And
stressful.
we will keep you updated on
to
that
be answered those
situation
questions
as
and to
more
be put on the
develops.
spot.
Let's go ahead and take another break.
Wanting to try
when
to
we
do
come
your
back,
best.
we will take a look at sports.
It can be
Mike Vrabel,
difficult
the coach of the
to
Tennessee
task.
Titans, has been
And
fired
I
after
thought
6
last
seasons.
night Dr.
We had
Sutherland
several
did well
basketball
with
games,
a marathon of questions
involving county teams last
I
night,
won't,
and then bowling.
big
Bowling tournament
criticize
yesterday
or
for the
anything
boys.
like that.
We'll talk
Everybody's
about
gonna
that
answer
when we
the
come back.
questions in
Keep
their
it
own
tuned right
way.
here. You're listening
and I
to
think that listening to
County
those
XM
interviews,
Radio.
yes,
The
the
morning
questions
show.
are
We'll
important,
be right back.
but it's more or less the way that the candidate answers the question that you really kind of see their philosophy.
All right, we are back for our
their
last
personality,
segment
different
here
things
on the
about
morning
them.
show,
And so I
which
found
is
that
all
very
about
interesting.
sports.
I know many
I'm
of
not sure if you guys saw
also
this
did.
yesterday.
And I'll be interested to
But,
see
big news
the
around
upcoming
Tennessee
interviews as well.
Is that Coach
that
Mike
will continue
Vrabel of the
tomorrow
Tennessee
night,
Titans was
and we'll
fired
go on through the
yesterday,
week.
sort of out of the blue. It
Dr. Sutherland did say
came as a
one
shocker
thing,
to
though,
a
that
lot
I
of
did
us,
kind of highlight, and she
including myself.
really stressed the
I'm a big
importance
fan of Coach Vrabel. I like
teachers
the energy that
and
he
how
brings.
great
I like
teachers make
the great
swagger
school
that he
system,
brings. And I just have to say that I agree with that, and I
but
appreciated that.
it hasn't resulted
and
in
I
winning
did want to
here
highlight,
lately.
so I sort of
something that
understand
she
the
did
decision
say.
that I
Titans
thought
have
was
had a rough
interesting.
couple of seasons the last 2
but
years.
definitely don't want to criticize.
Season
We've still got
ended
many
on
more
Sunday.
interviews to go.
They played well on Sunday,
So we just
but it
kind of
was
want to
the
sit back and
culmination
listen to
of
each
a really
one of
rough
those,
season,
and then maybe at the end kind of
I
go
guess
back and
the ownership
evaluate.
decided changes
But
needed to
Dr.
be made.
Sutherland went last
So
night.
while I may not
Dr.
agree
Corey
with
did
it, while I may
tomorrow.
not think it's
Joey
the best
Holly
decision,
Thursday, and
it's where
Miles
we're
Hebbard.
headed. So
will
we
go,
will keep an eye
Friday.
on the Titans
As you know,
situation.
Dr. Sutherland,
because
Dr.
they
Duke,
will be looking for a new coach.
Coach Holly are
I think,
from Dixon County as
probably
far
looking
as
for a whole new
where they
staff
spent time
based on the
working in their
reports that I've
career.
read.
All three of
So
them.
if you're a big Titans fan,
spent a lot of time around
as
here
I am,
and working our school
we are going
system.
to
Dr.
be
Miles
patiently
Hebbard,
waiting
from my
to
understanding,
see what
is
direction we are
from
going
the
next.
Brewston Hollow
And I,
Rock
for one,
area,
have gotten
is where
kind
he
of frustrated
currently
over the
works
past couple of
and
years
resides.
with all the direction
He is the
changes
director of
and
schools down there.
It just seems
And
like
so
a lack
he
of
is the one
consistency,
with
but
prior experience as a director.
But when you lose
He's
as
also
much
the
as we've
one,
lost the past 2
the only
years,
one
I
from
guess you do
outside
have
of
to
the
make a
county.
change. So
and so it'll just
we
be
will,
interesting to see.
We will be interested to see where they go next, and
these
of
four
course we will
candidates.
update
We
you
look
as we
forward
find
to
out
keeping
more
up
on
with
the
that,
Titans coaching
keeping
search
you
right
informed
here on the morning show.
Let's go ahead and take another
Let's go
break.
ahead and get
When
to
we come
local
back,
sports now,
we've got
which is
sports.
really why
Last night
I know
was
a
a
lot of
very
you tune
interesting
in.
night in sports. So
Last
was
night we had
yesterday.
several basketball games
as
involving
the
teams
bowling
around the county.
teams from the
We'll start
county
off
here
first with middle school.
met up
Burns
at Thunder
welcomed
Rallies.
Nashville
We've got some
Christian
bowling updates
to their
for you, as well as a
gymnasium
little
last
bit of
night.
basketball. So stay tuned. You're
They
listening to the
played
morning
2
show right
games,
here
one with the
on
boys
Dixon
and
County
one with the
XM
girls.
Radio. Radio.
Girls went first, and it was a blowout.
All right, welcome back. You are listening to the morning show here on Dixon County XM Radio. I'm hanging out in the studio this morning.
Burns was able to
doing
get
the show live.
As well.
Appreciate each one of you getting up and listening to the first edition of the show
last night.
And look, it's going to get better. We're going to have more segments. We're going to have interviews. I've got a lot of things planned, but right now, just trying to get you the news, trying to get a format going, and I just appreciate all the support we're receiving thus far.
They had 2 games as well.
Last night
on the
was
girls' side.
Great night.
Charlotte was able to get the victory.
I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch the national championship game or not.
And on the boys' side,
for
Charlotte
college
was able
football,
to
but
win
it was
by a score
really
of
a good game.
38-24.
Michigan
Our
came
high
out,
school teams were
scored
also in
early.
action last night.
And didn't
My
really
good
look
friend
back.
T-Money
It was
traveled down to Camden
at times
last
a close
night
game, but
for the
Michigan
Creekwood
really dominated,
games,
and so he was giving me updates all
if you're a
night.
Michigan appreciate
you just have to be proud of your team this morning.
Final down there, maybe he was the good luck charm because they came away with 2 victories last night.
Has had an interesting season, to say the least.
Score of 68
accused of cheating. He's been suspended.
And the boys came out with the victory as well.
Persevered throughout it all
57
and led his team to victory.
So congratulations to the Red Hawks.
I'm a fan of Jim Harbaugh.
Successful trip.
I'm not a Michigan fan.
And then right here in Dixon
County, an SEC
County
guy like many of you are. And it's
Dixon
sad
County
that our
High School Gymnasium
conference wasn't represented in the national
Dixon
championship
Cougars
game this year, but it was
from Clarksville.
A fun game to watch last night, and it's hard not
on the
to
girls'
like
side,
Jim
the Lady
Harbaugh to
Cougars
some
lost
extent.
by a score of 68-42.
He's
Northwest
a
was able to
man's
get the
man.
victory there. And then on the boys' side,
I was telling
Northwest
somebody
also
yesterday
got
about the
another
whole
victory
khakis thing a
by
few
score
years
of
ago. If you guys
88-83
remember,
over our Cougars.
I think he was in Walmart or somewhere, Target, buying khakis.
Like DJ Ham led the way.
Somebody caught him on video. He's just a
17
regular
points,
guy,
but it looks like
it's hard not to
Cougars
like
had
him.
4
And he comes from a football family.
In double digits on the
and if you've been
column.
sort of keeping up
So,
with the drama at Michigan, you know that Jim Harbaugh
Dixon County boys
and
team last
his
night,
family
but they did come
stays
up
very
short.
involved in
last
kind
couple
of what
games,
he does
played some good basketball.
in football.
So
His
I'm looking
brother
forward to
is
seeing
the head coach
sort of what
for
they
the
do next.
Baltimore Ravens
Now
of
let's
the
go over to
NFL.
bowling
His
to
dad
close
was a
things
longtime
out.
coach,
Bowling.
and it was just cool to see both
If you
of them
don't know about our bowling teams here in
Jim
Dixon
last
County,
night.
you're missing out.
I had heard
we have
through the grapevine
some of the
that
best
John
bowlers
Harbaugh
in
and
the
some of his
entire state
Baltimore
of
Ravens
Tennessee.
staff had come down to
I would even
support
venture to say maybe
his
we
brother
are.
Jim. The dad, Jack Harbaugh, was there last night. And at a certain point, he took the microphone and got the crowd hyped up. And you just love to see that.
Our Cougars,
you love to see
our
the
Red
support
Hawks, they both
from
have
each other.
outstanding teams
Cool
that
to see
have
a football family like
all
that.
Year.
And congrats
whether
to
we're
Jim
talking about
Harbaugh.
the
He got
boys'
his
side
national
or the girls'
championship.
side. It seems
And he
like
said that
anytime
it was
you're
something
looking
that
at
he
the
was really
top 2
trying to do.
spots,
His brother had
it's the
won a
Cougars
Super
and the
Bowl.
Red Hawks. Now the
His
Lady
dad
Cougars
won
and
a
the Lady
national
Red Hawks had a
championship
tournament earlier
at the
this
level
week.
of football that he
They're trying to
coached,
decide the
and
region
now Jim
championship.
can say that he has a
Dixon County
championship as
Cougars
well.
came out
So
on
that was
top.
just
They became
fun
the
game
region
last night.
champions.
Hope you enjoyed it.
On the girls'
if you got a
side,
chance to
Lady
watch it, I know my buddy
earlier
Marty
this week,
Allison,
Creekwood came in
Sports
second
Media,
as the
who
runner-up.
provides a lot of the
And
scores that we announced
yesterday
are going to announce on the show.
The boys to play. And they met up at Thunder Alley. They invited several other teams from around Middle Tennessee.
So
it was a tournament to see who would be the region champs.
Last night,
and
there was some basketball action, and then I want to tell you a little bit about our bowlers,
which was a little bit of an upset.
Let's go with the basketball first, because I've got it pulled up.
I guess you could say
last night
these
in
teams,
middle school,
Cougars, Red Hawks played each other a couple times this year.
Rivalry
Dixon County
matchup
came on
last
top
night,
in
Charlotte
the beginning,
and
in the district. The Red Hawks were able to take the victory, and then the Red Hawks were able to follow up with another victory in the region. So this has become one of the best rivalries around. When you're talking about the Cougars, you're talking about the Red Hawks,
and Charlotte defeated Burns by a score of 42 to 31.
It's sort of the most heated
on the boys' side.
Contested.
The Burns Bobcats got
but you got to look over at bowling
by a score of 40 to
these
23.
two programs have had.
So a couple of great games
ending up
at the middle school level last night in Charlotte.
Amazing. So we want to send our congratulations out to the Red Hawks over their championship. Congratulations to the Cougars on
over at
becoming runner-up.
Dixon County Cougars traveled over there last night for a pair
I know
of
there's
games.
state tournaments right around the corner.
Scores
as soon as I find out what those schedules look like, I will update you here on the morning show.
Lost track of my scores.
That's going to do it for us today. As I said yesterday, we want to try to make sure that we get you.
All right. Our girls lost in a very, very close game last
each and every morning.
You hated to see
it. In
a
timely fashion.
They did
and we want to be consistent. We want to try to get better every day. So hopefully we've done that.
We'll
be back tomorrow
points
with more news.
The Dixon County Cougars,
more weather,
Lady Cougars
more
fall.
Sports. We appreciate each and every one of you listening. Don't forget about tonight's
and then on the boys' side,
where they will be interviewing Dr. Corey Duke. That will be the big sort of event tonight. We will talk about that on the morning show tomorrow.
The boys won by a score of 62 to 27.
I'll see you tomorrow.